All right, so I want to talk quickly about how I hit level 100 this league, which were, in my opinion, like the fastest way of getting XP that I could like. I don't see any other way being faster, and for that reason, I wanted to kind of like just touch on it real quick in case they keep this around for next league, which I would be amazed if they do. I think they'll nerf it just quite a little bit. As you can see, I hit 93 on the Hexblast build and 95 on my Necromancer, 95 on the Righteous Fire, and level 100 on my Lightning Arrow. And we are gonna use the Righteous Fire just because there's no point in using my Lightning Arrow right now. For this specific thing, you won't be able to see what the XP bar will look like. So for that reason, I was thinking, okay, let's just do the this build instead, since I still need some XP in this one. And the way I do it is I use the plateau map. It's very linear and it's not super big and open, so unless I'm using a build that has like gigantic AoE, there's no real point in using a big map unless you have like the AoE to do that. I would suggest using a more linear map to basically narrow the path a little bit of the enemies where they can go and where they can come from. That is my like the thing I feel like works the best for me. So basically, first and foremost, I'll use the Domination Scarab. This adds 2 additional shines to the map. I'll also use the Domination Map add-on, which adds 3. So we have 2 from this, and then you can have 4 of these in there, but I'm putting 2 because I do want to spawn as much enemies as possible. But at the same time, since each shine then I'll be holding or having will give me an increased 30% XP. So I have 2 additional here, 2 additional here, that's 4, plus the 3 from this one, which is 7. And then on the last scarab spot, we're going to use this one that adds 2 additional breaches. And I'm not going to care too much about these mobs, although I will say if you have the 1200% increased experience, I'll put on one of these, which greatly increase the experience on the mob. And that alongside with the 1200 increased experience is it's just a really nice combination. But for the like the Atlas tree, the things I think is very useful here is adding all the shine nodes. So this one contains an additional shine on your map, so we are at 7, now we are at 8 shines on the map, right? And this one has a 50% chance to spawn additional pack of monsters on top of the shine, which means that there's even more monsters. Every time you get to a shine, there's even more monsters on the map. So more monsters means more experience. 30% increased effect of the shines, just super nice. But more important than that, shines in your maps grants a random additional shine. So now that we are at 8 shines currently, we have to times that times 2, because now every time I pick up a shine, I get 2 shines, basically. So now it's 16 shines on the map, which is really helpful. This one is less helpful, but I take it anyways, just for the extra shine. And then I spec into Strongboxers and Breach alongside with Harbingers, because it's all pretty much on the way. So it's very close together, and it makes for a very easy spec on the tree here. It lets me basically fully spec into everything, right? So the breaches contains a lot of monsters, the strongboxes contains a decent amount of monsters, and the harbingers spawn a decent amount of monsters. And then I block out all the other mechanics, you could say, because they take too much time, or are too hard or whatever it might be. And honestly, if you're having a hard time, I would just do the maps with no modifiers. So what I mean by that is you grab a white map, like or a map that's non-upgraded. You can chisel it and make it higher quality, but don't upgrade it so it becomes a rare or a magic or corrupted. If you're not 100% sure your build is going to clear it super fast. And then it's basically just running through the map. So we'll start out here. We'll go pick up the first shine or two, and then we'll come back at the end of this map. And then I'll show you how much experience we have gained on the map, right? So I usually like to go and discover at least 1 or 2 shines before starting the breaches and strong boxes. So we grab this one and we grab the other shine here, and now we're wearing 4 shines, and then we open the strong box, and then we start moving as fast as we leave all the loot behind here. So the most efficient way to do this is by far leaving all the loot behind. If you want to, you can pick up your loot, but don't do it right away. Then you wanna run through the map first, then pick up loot. Don't start picking it up now, because it's a waste of time, and you'll waste the time you're holding the shines and therefore get less XP. But yeah, let's get back to it, or let's get back at the end of the map, and we'll take a quick look at how much XP I've gained. Alright, as you can see, we have made it to the end of the map. We have cleared the whole map. With this build specifically, the Righteous Fire build, I haven't killed the map boss itself because it's super slow at doing that, so I usually just pass on that part and just get straight to the end and kill all the mobs. And we have made we went from basically 7% XP in one map, which is pretty decent. So let's say 10 maps is 70%, which is not bad. Right? It took no time to do. Basically, it takes like 2 minutes to clear this map. So if we were to calculate that in time, you would be able to get like from level 99 to level 100 in, I would say, like less than a day, right? In one day if you're not going super hard at it, but less than a day if you're doing it fairly efficiently. And as I say, it didn't really take me long to get there. I thought it would be a way longer process. I kind of look at Diablo, right? Because that's where I'm coming from. The Diablo 2 grind from 1 to 99 is a pretty steep grind, and it takes a lot of effort and a lot of time. I feel like if I had done this from the beginning and had that as a goal for this season, which I didn't, it would have been, I would have been more efficient with it. I would have been faster, and I wouldn't have died as much as I did on the way to level 100 with the lightning arrow. That build certainly is more glassy, but I also went in maps that were super OP in terms of stats, like very tough maps. And towards the end, from 98 to 100, I started only doing white maps and chiseling them to 20 quality, but didn't upgrade them in any kind of way to make it as easy on myself as physically possible and have the least amount of things kill me or chances of me dying. But 7%, in my opinion, is a pretty decent amount of XP for one map on level 95. I would say one map at 99 to 100 was like 2 or 3%. So it definitely did take a little bit longer, but it was insane how much experience you got and how fast you got it. Just to look at the rough pricing on these scarabs. So I buy them in bulk. I bought like 200 of these at once, and then I bought like 100 of the teachings, I believe it was, and 100 breach scarabs, and they go for roughly 2 to 3 chaos per scarab. Like, it's in that area. So it's not a super overly expensive investment. It will cost you a couple of divines to do. If you do pick up loot, you can basically, I would say, like, roughly make back what you spend. Not fully, but you are gonna spend a little bit more than you make back. But every now and then you will drop a nice item that'll make up for all the ones you like, everything you spent basically. So, but yeah, 2 to 3 chaos per scarab, and you're using 4 scarabs. So, and then you have the map device. It's another 4, 3, 3, 3. No, it's 4 chaos, I believe, for the map device, the domination part of that one. 3 chaos, which is, honestly, it's not too bad. It's not super expensive in terms of how fast it actually is. I did want to try the blighted maps. You have the they're called ravaged, like blight ravaged maps, which you can anoint 9 times. So I was thinking, since these green oils aren't super expensive and they do give you XP like 45% per oil, I was kind of thinking about trying to anoint this 9 times with the green oils to see how much experience that would give you. But I still don't believe it'll be as fast as this is. And the blighted maps are way harder than this. Like, doing the plateau on a white map is fairly easy in my opinion. It doesn't take a lot of effort. It doesn't take a lot of skill either. It doesn't take super overpowered GG gear. So for that reason, it's a very simple way of doing it, and getting to that level 100, which is, it wasn't a goal of mine in this league, as I said before, but it became a goal once I hit 97, I think, 96, 97, around there. I was like, damn, this is doing it like that was really fast. And I basically went from level, I was level 32 to level 93 in like a couple of hours on this Righteous Fire build, which were ridiculous. Like, I had a hand in terms of killing stuff up until I hit level 85, I want to say, something like that. And from that point forward, I just went in solo and killed everything by myself. So that was a phenomenal tactic, and I highly suggest using it. If you don't have a ton of AoE, as I was saying, like, you can see the size of the ring right here is not super big, but in this map where there's not like a lot of space on the sides, it's not super big and open, it funnels all the enemies basically towards me very easily. And for that reason, it goes, you run through it real fast in comparison to some of the bigger, more open maps. But there's a multitude of these maps. This is just my personal favorite right here. But yeah, I hope you enjoyed the video, and I hope it made you realize a good tactic here, or if you didn't already know. Yeah, and hit your level 100s, man. This is the time to do it for sure, 100%. Catch you in the next one, and thank you for watching.